I'm 36. I've been a solo founder for 11 plus years and have built a media business called The Starting Idea and have managed to got it to a level where I can get recurring clients, passive income from product sales and affiliate sales. And also I have contributed to mainstream media publications like Inc., Your Story, Thrive Global, and I've seen many ups and downs in this journey. So this video is about the mistakes I made in this journey, and mistakes, if avoided, could have made me grow 1000x bigger and faster. So the first mistake is inconsistency. I was very inconsistent in my work. I was working very hard, so there was no problem of work ethic, but I was very inconsistent in the way I was handling my business because I was going for each and every client I could find. Any client I can find, anybody who would like to work with me, I would be, all guns blazing for them. So I was not consistent in a specific manner to a specific niche. And it cost me dearly because I was going for one client on the one hand and another client on the other, and I had to build custom pitch decks for each one of them and sell myself individually to each one of them, what kind of value I provide and everything. So I was going, one of my clients was an HR hiring consulting company, another was a healthcare startup, another was a nightlife discovery app. You see the varied way I was going, so there was no consistency. So this brings me to my, the next point, lack of a focus niche. So the problem was that with all this, I still didn't get it, that I have to focus on a particular niche. I knew what a niche meant, but I was thinking, but I'm getting the money, so what? Why should I niche down when the nightlife discovery app is giving me money or the healthcare startup is giving me money? So let's roll with it. Why should I niche down to something like a B2B SaaS or a marketing SaaS or e-commerce and just do consistent work and there, because I'm getting money from everywhere. But what I was not understanding is that I was not the go-to person for the job for that, for these varied amount of niches. So what they say, jack of all trades, master of none. So yeah, I don't know if I was a jack of all trades, but I was certainly not the master of one in these things because I was going for everybody. And that cost me dearly in my business because I had to build custom solutions. I had to pitch them everything individually, and I had to constantly prove myself to them. That was a problem. And that brings me to my next point, which is the lack of credibility, because I had to prove myself to everybody. Like I said, each individual time I had to prove myself. So there was no proof of work because every client was different. I was proving myself to them, proving myself to him and everybody else. And each time, selling my services in a way, going over the board. And the insecurity showed, because I was not sure that what I'm doing is right or wrong. The insecurity showed very badly there. And it really cost me my business because there was no proof of work. By this time, it was like, my third year in the business, and I had no proof of that I have done this work well and everything, and I know this niche well, because the first question they asked me was that, have you worked in this industry before? And my answer would be no. So immediately my value fell off. Immediately my value was lower because I didn't work in the industry. So then they would lowball me for whatever I was charging, and fair play to them because I didn't prove myself there. So there is no hard feelings there because it was me who's making the mistake. So you have to focus on a specific niche and show your proof of work there. Since I had to sell myself like this, I was working for free. When I say work for free, I meant that to prove myself, I was going overboard in giving all kinds of strategies and ideas. I was giving content marketing services. So what I was doing was that I was giving all kinds of ideas. Hey, you have to do this and that before they even were my clients. So in this way, I sent all my days and months used to go, instead of building my brand, I was selling, not even selling, giving it for free, strategies for building other people's brands, who in the end did not even become my clients. They did not even become my clients. So I was giving free strategies without charging anything. Yeah, you might think what a fool he is, but that's what I did. In this video I promised I'll be honest. And but just think it from that point of view. I mean, if you're starting out and you are, you don't have a niche and you're working for everybody else, each and every client, and you are, trying to sell your services, and they're saying, oh, you don't have any kind of work proof. So what will you do then? You will try to compensate it by giving some free work, giving some free ideas, so that they see you in a much better light than they saw you when they told you that you don't have any experience. So you have to prove yourself. And this onus of proving on myself was only because I didn't focus on a particular niche and I didn't have the proof of work. So that's why it worked. And proof of work could have been with testimonials. That brings me to my next point. I did not collect any testimonials. It is so critical. It is so critical to collect testimonials, collect, video testimonials, collect LinkedIn recommendations, because LinkedIn is a platform where, you make those professional connections and you get those, clients from LinkedIn. It's much better than Facebook. I used to do it on Facebook sometimes. When I started doing it, the first few months was on Facebook, but then I focused completely on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is the place where you get clients. But I didn't do it for the first 3-4 years, and that cost me dearly, because they were like, okay, can somebody, I would like to see some recommendations of your previous work, what you did, and I didn't have any, and I didn't have anything to show. So I made it a point after that point that I will collect testimonials. I sent some client a question that, how was the experience working with me? Did I deliver the results to you? And would you recommend me? These were like 3 simple questions. And then I would say that, can you, first they would send me, I would request a LinkedIn recommendation and I would appreciate that. And I would say, can you also send it via video? Some of them agreed, some of them don't, because video is a laborious task. And, not many people are happy coming on camera. I sure I'm not comfortable on the camera, maybe you can tell, but yeah, so that's how I got the LinkedIn recommendations and the the video recommendations, and that is critical. Once I got it, I put it on my portfolio, and I saw things change, because then I had proof of work. Then I didn't have to prove myself that I know this work, and I didn't have the onus of proving myself, or the insecurity, because hey, if you want to, because they would say, how would I know you work well? So I used to sell it for free before, like give my strategies, but now I used to say, you can you can tell that I work well, and because this is my testimonial. I mean, I would just show them my content marketing portfolio, and show the video embedded testimonials, video testimonials, the screenshots of LinkedIn recommendations. That's how I would prove myself that this is my proof of work, and that created a world of change in me. And like I said, I was working for free, and I would say consider that some kind of altruism level, I would say. But that altruism was not limited to just giving free strategies, because maybe that is how I was lying to myself. But I also expanded my altruism and expanded the boundaries of my altruism by not monetizing early. And when I say monetize early, I say I didn't monetize my blog early. So first of all, I started my blog late. This is a bonus point, because I see that it is not mentioned on the the slideshow. And while talking with you, I kind of remembered that this is a very critical point, that I did not build a personal brand for 3 years. And I think it connects with the first 4-5 points, that I did not build a personal brand where I was connected with like a thought matter expert or a subject matter expert for a particular topic, and that cost me dearly, and I realized it. And that's why I started a blog. And in that blog, things started becoming better, because now I wrote articles and they performed well, and I got some #1 rankings for articles like Personal Branding Guide back in the day, 2019, 2021. These were the years, like it was ranking on top if you search Personal Branding Guide that time. So, and free competitor analysis tools and stuff like that. So I was ranking on top of Google search for that time. So now I had proof of work, and I got there. So my idea of blogging succeeded, that that became my, my actual, execution of work, and that I could show like a case study, because I didn't collect case studies before. So this was my case study, and that was my proof of work. But I didn't realize that I could also make more money from my blog by monetizing it through, AdSense, through, affiliate links, product sales. I didn't do that. Maybe I was lazy enough to not do it, because I felt that time it was very technical for me to do it. But these are all just excuses, because if I monetized at that point of time when all these articles were ranking on top, I would be making 10, 20 times the more amount of money I would have made. For sure, because just imagine, it was COVID time, everybody was searching how to build a personal brand, getting into business, and I did not monetize because I didn't know. Even with just putting my affiliate links there, I would have made a ton of money, but I did not. I lied to myself that, hey, I'm altruistic, it will help people and all that, but isn't entrepreneurship about giving value in exchange for profit? And I didn't follow the main diktat of entrepreneurship, and I didn't do that. So yeah, that cost me a lot of money there, because I left the money on the table. Choosing consumption over creating, cardinal sin, I would say, in the marketing world, in the business world, in the solopreneur world especially, because this is the time to create. This is the time to grow. When you're starting out, you just create. The only way you can learn is by creating. That's something I understood so hard way, because all these, Facebook and, LinkedIn gurus and YouTube gurus, I was, adding them on Facebook and all that and everything. And they were all like, oh, buy my course. It will teach you, make you so much money. And I was buying their courses. I was buying their, whatever they were offering and all that, which is like, some of them are really good though. Like, some of them are really good. One person I would especially like to mention is Frank Kern, one of the most genius ad gurus out there. Like, his words and everything are just excellent, and I love his way of teaching. I wish I can be as charismatic as him. The way he talks, I really like it. But others, like I bought some courses which were of no use, and they were shady people. And I was like, yeah, I will learn these things, and I will do them. But this was actually a lie I was telling myself again, because in a way to avoid myself from doing the actual task, I was buying courses and buying things like that, and wasting a lot of my time there. So that's something which I would really recommend that you avoid, because when you are in the solopreneur journey, you have to take action every day. Speed matters. Be obsessed with speed. I think I'll make this my motto. Yeah, like, speed over everything. Because if you're in speed, you will create things which you would not even think possible, because you will do the things, you will make mistakes, you will correct them. These mistakes, the learnings from mistakes, you will never learn from bookish knowledge, from understanding course. And I'm learning it real time right now while I'm making these YouTube videos. And I learn so much while making them. So many mistakes I'm making, but I'm also learning while I'm talking with you. So I would say, just start creating. And also on top of that, it's all about building a library. Because see, how will you be a subject matter expert if you don't build a library? And I mean, a library of videos, like, a library of 150 videos on a single particular topic, a single sub-niche, 100, 200 articles on a single particular topic, a single sub-niche, or maybe 50, 60 long-form articles, very detailed articles on a particular sub-niche. That's how you be a subject matter expert. That when people think of your name, they know, oh, I know this person. And you have to be consistent in your content. Otherwise, you can't talk about, e-commerce one day and, the 7 mistakes in e-commerce, and then suddenly talk about, HRM software, best HRM software, like, because that is very chaotic. I have made this mistake. What you can do is that you can talk about a particular niche, and then in that particular niche, like, the best, hiring tools for solo founders, and then also say the best easiest e-commerce platforms where solopreneurs can make money. So you have to connect it to some particular niche. You can't just be very random about it. So yeah, so that's how the focus. Build a library on a very focused niche. Build in secret. I built in secret instead of BIP, building in public. That's a very big mistake I made. um, when I launched the starting idea, I thought that, um, I will build it in secret and top secret, and when I launch it, everybody will be festoons everywhere. Oh, he did it and all that. Like, I'm some kind of secret submarine lurking in the dark, and suddenly I come out, and yeah, it's like, that kind of movie moment. Yeah, and firing that torpedo on that destroyer, and yeah, everybody's cheering. The movie U571 comes to my mind when I think of this. So, but it's not like that. It doesn't work like that, because why will they care if you are building a blog or building anything? I thought, like, when I will reveal it, it will be like, oh, everybody will be reading, oh, a blog, wow, about business, so great. First of all, it was not being very specific. In the beginning, it was just about entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs can be of 10,000 different kinds, e-commerce or whatever, like, solo founder or anybody. I was not specific. And second of all, why will they even care what value I've given them? I built it in secret and nobody knew. And I could have done so many things while building in public. Because see, when you are building in public, you are being a transparent person and sharing your journey. This matters. Sharing your journey and sharing your mistakes, sharing your learnings, asking questions to people, asking what features they want, asking what kind of things they want to see from you, asking what kind of things you want to build, and they want to see you build, things like that. And you be of value to them by recording a journey, and then they feel that they are part of your journey, because you are sharing and being very transparent. They feel that, oh, they're not working alone. Whatever lives they're living, they're not living it alone. The struggles and the successes, the wins they are having, they're not having it alone. There is someone else also having it, and they will check on you on social media, on their Twitter feed, on your YouTube, to see, okay, what he's up to today. And they feel a kind of familiarity with your product, with you as a person and your personal brand. And that's how you actually build a personal brand. By whatever thing you're doing, the content you're creating, build it in public, so that they feel this relation. They are not that, because see, life is a struggle. Life is very problematic and a struggle, and we are all lonely people, and we are all hurt. And when you see someone else also having a similar journey, and they're not afraid to talk about it, they're not afraid to share their journey, they share their loneliness, share their pains, and the heartbreaks and whatever, and the mistakes they are making, and also the wins they are having, the learnings they are taking from it, the tactics they are using, then you feel that, oh, this person is also having the same journey, and he's also willing to share the tactics and wins. So then you feel the relation, you're invested in them, you're invested in the product, and you feel a personal joy in having the product succeed in life, having the product succeed in the business world. So that's why building in public matters, so that when you finally launch the product, it doesn't happen that you hear crickets like I did, but you actually see people cheering for you. And if you like upload it on a site like Product Hunt, which is a site where you list new products and people upvote, and if it's upvote, you get a ton of free publicity from it. They will upvote you for Product Hunt because you have been with them, you have been their friend, their partner in this journey of their life by sharing your life. So that's how you make a product, ensure that your product is successful even before you launch it. That's how you do it. So never build in secret, build in public. Another mistake I did was that I chased shiny objects, and I chased them for some future benefit. So like I said, I was consuming and over creating things and all that. So this connects with that point, because one more thing was, because I was consuming, over creating, because I was chasing some gratification instead of actually doing the labor and the hard work, like the building in public and working on it. I was not doing it. So another level of gratification was that, oh, but I'm not just sitting idle. What should I do is that I should buy some things which would may help me in the future. It will be like I will buy it now, it will be of value in the future. So this way I'm actually working. I tricked my brain into thinking I was working by making some smart investments. So I chased shiny objects, and by shiny objects, I'll be very transparent with you, I bought a bunch of useless domains. A bunch of useless domains which had no value. And, I just, you will laugh at me, but what I did was that I went to a domain appraisal tool which tells you how much the domain might be worth. Some random tool some guy made, and I entered the domain name, and it said, oh, it will be $1,600 value. Of course not. It's just a random number they are giving. Sometimes if somebody else enters it, maybe it will be also less value. But said there are keywords inside it and all that and everything. And since I bought it, in GoDaddy, if you buy in the beginning, it's like for $1 or $2 when you buy it, and then when you renew, the price increases. So I said, okay, just $1. So I bought it. I bought like 30, 40, 50 domains like this. So I feel hurt even talking about it. I bought them, and and then a year went by. Nobody had bought, and also I got complacent. Oh, I have them. Why should I sell them now? And I mean, I have them. It just went at the back of my mind, like, let's bother about it the next day. The next day became a year, and still I didn't get any buyers. I tried reaching out to some domainers, some groups with domains, and I told them these are my domains, and nobody was interested. Nobody was interested in buying. And then then also another mistake was that I made it about my ego. Like, now that I've bought it, now that I've spent this much money, I can't let it go to waste. So now I started renewing them, and renewal is pricey. Like, you buy it for $1 or $2, but the renewal is, I don't know, $10, $15 per domain, and it got costing me like every year this useless cost for me every year. And that's how I was wasting my money. So don't chase these things. And I'll tell you one more shiny thing which I chased, and I regret it very badly. If equal to the domain purchasing, if not more, and that is buying lifetime deals on software. And I was buying lifetime deals which I thought would be of benefit to me in the future, but they were of no benefit to me. And I'll tell you why. I was buying them when I didn't need them, and as I didn't need them for many years, they were lying dormant with me. I didn't use them. And when I finally decided to use them, I checked them, and the lifetime deal was over, in the sense that the business which offered this lifetime deal had taken the same business, renamed it to some other company, and they were having that same product but in a different name. So what I bought was bust. They threw me away. And many people like me who bought these lifetime deals. So I didn't know that this is something common which happens, because I had bought some deals, and I thought that they would work, and when I decided to use them, the product existed but with a different name. So my lifetime deal was finished, and that's how it happened. And it happened across multiple deal sites. So this is something I won't recommend. Of course, I did get some very good lifetime deals. I have to be very honest about it, that there were some lifetime deals which actually helped me, and they still help me. But the mistake I did was that I bought hundreds of them. I could have spent it on some vacation with, help me improve my personal equations with people I love and everything, or, spent on something on me, some investment, some stock investment. No, I bought lifetime deals. It's a joke, but on hundreds of them, and it's a big mistake I made. Go for something which you need now. If you don't need it now, don't buy it. Be it for lifetime deal, be it for monthly recurring payments, only buy what you need. And when you don't need it, discontinue the service. That's it. When you need it again, buy the service again. Don't care what the software people are saying. Oh, your data will lose and all that. If you don't need the service, don't spend on it as a solopreneur. If you can afford it to a level where you can renew it, you can let it hold and not use it, go for it. Go crazy with it. But if you're a solopreneur, we have to be a little lean. It's something which we have to look out for. We have to look out for each other in this way, that we have to be lean. We have to always remind each other that we have to be lean. So in the beginning, be lean, just get what you want, and otherwise don't get it. One more mistake I made was that I did not get on video as a format earlier. So the thing is, I am mainly a writer. So I began with fiction writing and I did some fiction writing, and I thought I'll be a very good writer and everything. Um, and because I was getting recognized locally. But when I sent it to some big, magazine, short stories, magazines and books out there, I didn't receive even a reply of what I sent. The only big place where I got this recognition was from Indiana University Northwest, and I still have that book with me where my written work, my prose, has been published. So they not only recognized, but they published me. But see, that validated me as a writer. And then I thought, why not make some money out of it and get into the business side of things? So this epiphany came when while I was doing this outreach for poetry and all that. I was already working as a content marketer. The story I shared where I was reaching out to different clients, the nightclub app, the healthcare app, the e-commerce app, the HR consulting. I was doing work for all these clients. That's the time that epiphany came me, when nothing was working, like custom solutions for everybody. It was costing me, and everybody was asking me the question like, why should we hire you? That's the time I got the epiphany that, oh, I have worked as a fiction writer before, and I got recognized locally, and Indiana University published my work. But this is not making me money, so why not shift, use my writing skill in a way that it makes me money, and it will also give me a proof of concept of like I'm a good content marketer. Because if I can make these blogs, if I write them and if I make it rank, I'll have them as case studies to get better clients. Because all these people are asking me if I can't do. So see how you see I joined the two things, my skills in writing and also the need of the hour, that I need to be consistent in a, I need to be showing my proof of work, and about what I'm doing. So I joined these 2 points and I started the starting idea there, and yeah, it went well. I got some rankings, like I told you. In 2-3 years I got like these top rankings and a lot of views, and valuable views, money making views from on my blogs. And I thought writing as well. But as years went on, the doom and gloom which happened. AI. With AI, now what happens is that when you Google something, it is like an AI overview of the content, of the answer which the person is searching for comes on. So the clicks have reduced significantly, and traffic has dropped across the board. Earlier, first I was like, thinking like it is something I did I do some mistake or something? Because one thing is that I'm very particular about my website, that I don't publish any nonsense article or anything like that. I'm offered money literally every other day on email, but from some scammy kind of email addresses that we will publish this, we will pay you by PayPal and all that. I never entertain all that, because this is something very personal to me, the starting idea. I've worked so hard on it, so I don't do that. So I was thinking, what am I doing wrong? Why is the traffic falling? But then I realized that it's about AI is giving these overviews and people don't need to click. And I saw this experience myself. When I wanted to know about something, I googled it and I got the answer. So I didn't have to click on another site, wait for it to load, scroll down. I didn't need to do that. It's much more user friendly to get the answer in Google itself, right? So it has cost us, bloggers, a lot of agony in terms of the money and the resources which are being cut to us. But then that epiphany led me that no, now I have to get into video. Whatever I'm doing in writing, I have to speak in the camera, and I'm not a camera friendly person. I feel a bit odd talking to the camera. I don't know if I'm doing well right now. You will tell me if I am, but feels very new to me. But I'm also liking that I'm talking with you, and I'm just imagining you're a friend out there who's listening to me, and maybe I'm helping you in some way. So yeah, but now I realize that I should have done this video thing much more earlier. I should have built a library of videos, about 100-200 videos, because I heard Mr. Beast say that if you think that your YouTube channel is not growing, first publish 100 videos and then we will talk if why it's not growing. So that's what I'm thinking, I should publish 100 videos. So now I'm publishing shorts after shorts, and now I'm going to the long form also. I did start my YouTube journey a few times. I tried to start it around 2017-18 once. I did some very big interviews with, like, one of my biggest interviews has been with the founder of Blinkist. Holger Syme. Blink is the book summary app. That's a proud moment for me because I really like Holger's work, and what he did with Blink is it's one of my favorite apps. So and then again I started when the AI came. I like the application of AI. Of course, I don't like how it's affecting us bloggers, but AI in itself is a very cool and very interesting concept. So I did videos on AI, how it helps, a novice to build, websites and things like that. And it got views. But the minute I saw that it is not getting views in a new video, I stopped it. That's what I should not have done. I should keep on continuing. I should I should have kept soldiering on. And that's what I intend to do now. So I should always get into the video format earlier, because video is what matters. Video is something which, even if AI can replicate with their AI generated videos, but the personal experiences, AI can't steal that from you, because this is a human experience. This is our experience. This is a collective blood and sweat experience, because that AI can't take it from you. These agonies, these emotions, this happiness, this joy, this winning, AI can't take it from you. So share it with the world. You all have unique experiences. Every one of you has these failures. Every one of you has these successes. Every one of you has these unique, interesting anecdotes to share. Share them with the world. Always share these personal experiences without filters. Don't be afraid of the camera. Why are we so afraid of who will judge us? This universe, that's what I tell myself, that this universe is bound to end at one point of time. We will all be erased from memory. Us humans, we as an individual, me, will be erased in, within 100 years or 200, whatever. All of us will be erased maximum in 100, 200 years, our memories also. Nobody will remember us. The universe itself will die. The universe itself will finish. So why worry in this temporary expanse? This cosmos, this doesn't care about us being right or wrong. It is neutral. It has no emotions for us. It doesn't care for us. We mean nothing. We're irrelevant in this world. So just be free. Just have fun. Make these videos and get your word out. Be consistent in this. Think of it as a therapy exercise, and just keep making. Think you're talking to a friend. These are the things which I told myself, and I think it will help you too. Just get on the video and just hit record. I mean, promise me that after this video you will just hit record and make a random thing. Maybe not publish it if you don't want to, but just record and see what happens. That's what I told myself. So don't do the mistake I make, delaying these videos, and get on it earlier. Another mistake I made was that I did not collect inspiration. Whenever I was, trying to grow, starting idea and all that, I was searching for my competitors, what are they doing? And some of them were doing great job. And yeah, I liked them. But the thing is that after 2-3 days, I forgot what they did, because I was seeing so many different sites and everything I didn't see. So I was not researching them in an organized way. By organizing the organized way, I mean that I was not collecting a swipe file of things. I was not collecting the inspiration I was getting. I was not screenshotting it, and I was not putting it on, a file on Google Doc or something like that where I can see, and I was not labeling them. This is very critical mistake I made. What I should have done is that whenever I saw a great ad, I should have screenshotted it, pasted it in a Google Doc, labeled it ads. Every time I saw a great headline, I should have screenshotted it or written it down in a Google Doc and labeled it headlines. Any kind of, sales funnel or anything, I should have screenshotted the whole sales funnel with a full page screenshot. There's a Chrome extension called full page screenshot. I should have done it with that and put it on a Google Doc and said, landing page, sales funnel, things like that. Yeah, I should have done it much before. And you can do this by using a tool called Zite.com. Or full page screenshot, and it helps you collect these kind of swipe files. And one more thing is that you can later monetize also, because you can collect all these swipe files, and you can then sell these swipe files as a very low ticket offer, and offer help other entrepreneurs too. And one more thing I would suggest is that you can double down on swipe files. Is that once you collect a screenshot of your favorite ad or favorite headline, you can go to some tool like ChatGPT and upload the image and say, hey ChatGPT, can you tell me why this ad works, and can you extract the template of the ad or the template of the headline and give it to me, and write down why it works, what are the cues it's using. So ChatGPT will give you the template and the headline of why, the template and the cues of why it's working, and then the next command you will give to ChatGPT is that, thanks ChatGPT, can you use this template for my niche and my product, and then enter your product name. And then you will get an very, I won't say exact, but a great sounding ad, which is based on these same principles which this amazing ad used for your own brand. So now, without even working on your ad, or without working from scratch, you already have an ad ready which is using the same principles which you liked in another person's ads. So that's how it works. That's how swipe file works. And with ChatGPT, with AI, you can really double down on this and get some amazing ads. Another mistake I made is I did not pivot fast. So when the whole thing about building custom solutions for different clients, I was going through that, I was not doing much about it, because I was building free pitch decks, I was doing all these things and all that. I was not learning from my mistakes that I don't have a brand, I don't have something to show for myself, I don't have case studies. So I was still repeating those mistakes, I was still doing them, I was still giving the free stuff, and I was not pivoting towards building my own personal brand, and then focusing on a specific niche faster enough. I was still doing it, and that cost me 3 years. I was doing all this stuff, this whole random exercises with building custom solutions, building, custom pitch decks, and trying to sell myself, trying to prove myself towards these kind of different Myrat clients. I was not understanding the core issue that I need to pivot, and I need to pivot fast, and I need to build my personal brand. Because I thought, personal brand will not make me money. If I do this, this is giving me instant money. But no, it was not giving me instant money. I was being a free slave to others, because I was just writing down strategies after strategies for others and not getting any pennies, and not even getting a thank you in return. How agonizing. I'm talking about it and I feel agony even thinking about it. So that's what I was doing. If something doesn't work fast, and if you think that it is not working, you need to evolve, you need to adapt to something else. Use the skills you have, use the information you have, and then use it in another application where it will make you money. And so always, just one acid test is that if something is making money right now to you, if something is making money for you brutally fast, then that is the right niche for you. That is the right business for you. If there is something where you are thinking some future benefit, now I'm going, I will not ask for money now, I will be doing the thing, and it will, in the later long run, it will make me money, that is not the right niche. A great business is a business which can make you money now. So always go for businesses which will make you money right now. So guys, these were the collection of epiphanies from my mistakes. I spoke from a stream of consciousness, or a stream of thought, however you want to call it. And I hope that it was of value to you. If you like this video and would like some more, heart-to-heart talks about business, and, some specific tactical strategies, because I have a ton of them for you, then please subscribe to my channel. I have a ton to share, some very practical strategies. I actually I've written a book. I haven't published it yet, but I'm planning to publish it soon, about 105 growth hacks. I don't remember the exact number right now. I think it's 103 or 105 growth hacks which I've collected, and I will organize them and publish it for you. But I will also share some of these interesting growth hacks in the videos itself. So a lot of things about solo founder journey coming up, which will help you in a way that you can grow faster and avoid all these mistakes, and have a smoother and faster race to profit and growth journey. So see you in the next one.